What's happening, everybody? Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I am in Pennsylvania. Anyway, so there was someone here before me when I got here. In other words, he was already in line. He got in about 8 o'clock last night. And so obviously he's first in line. And I'm not really sure what's going on, but they had him back up to this goofy dock. The guy came over and told me that their other dock isn't available. I kind of think he wasn't able to hit it, but what do I know? So we'll see where they put me. I'm sitting here kind of waiting on them to get unloaded. In the meantime, one of their company trucks showed up and backed up to the dock that he told me wasn't working. So we'll see. Anyway, so this is kind of a quick afterthought, not really a topic. I guess it is. But so for those of you that don't know, come February of next year, the FMCSA has set in place a requirement. If you're going to get a CDL, you need to go to an accredited school. And there's a whole bunch of misinformation out there. Some people are, especially in the hotshot world, they're talking about, non-CDL hotshots are going to be illegal. Not true. They're saying just a variety of things, that they're changing the standard for hotshots, and they're not. What they're changing is you have to go and take a class that is registered with the FMCSA and has an approved curriculum. In other words, they're making sure you cover enough. Not trying to put anyone down, but every time I had a driver come and apply for a job with us, you could immediately tell the person came from a school. Honestly, they just didn't drive well. And so we did hire a couple people fresh out of the school, and it didn't go well. We had struggles. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of go to the FMCSA site and go over what is actually changing. And so for someone like me that's had my license since before they had CDL categories, my original commercial driver's license was not a Class A. And no, it wasn't a Class B. And no, it wasn't a Class C. I had a Class 1. California, before the federal standards, used to make it 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, actually. So 1 was an A, 2 was a B, 3 was a C, and 4 was an M, or motorcycle. And so California's licensing requirements meant that if you had air brakes on any vehicle, you automatically needed a CDL. And with the federal regs, that's not true, and California kind of followed the feds on that. The only part where they don't follow the feds is that part where if you have a trailer over 10,000 pounds, you need a CDL. That's a California thing, that's not a federal. Anyway, so for someone like myself that's had my CDL since the 80s, I'm old, it doesn't affect us. I don't need to take a class. I don't need to anything. When my license renews, it renews. However, so like in my case, I had a hazmat before, and if I wanted to go out and get my hazmat for the first time, you would need that. To upgrade your license from a B to an A, you would need that. In my case, I had my hazmat before. It's expired right now because I didn't go and do my background check. Every 2 years, your hazmat expires, and every 2 years you have to go and get they call it a threat assessment. So you have to go renew that. And this last go around, I didn't. I'm probably going to go and get that done here in the next month or so. Just, it is what it is. Anyway, and so let me jump on the FMCSA's website and we'll kind of look at it together and go over what it actually means. All right, so we're at the FMCSA's website. When a lot of people make statements or claims, whether it's, on YouTube or whether it's in a Facebook group, I see a lot of times they're referring to other websites, whether it's J.J. Keller via the Green Book, as everyone knows it, or whether it's, Cornell University or, some other site, some kind of trucking website. Anytime you're considering making a business decision in the trucking industry and you have questions regarding regulations, I go to the source. And so this is a change that's coming from the feds, FMCSA, and this is where I go. This and the other website where they list all the federal CFRs, those are the two. That's where you want to find and research. So if you're not familiar with what CFRs are, basically all of your federal regulations for how businesses operate, whether it's banking, contracting, yada, 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 they'll all be found in the CFRs. Chapter 49 is what pertains to the transportation industry. So anytime you see someone quoting regulation, it'll typically say, 49 CFR 383 point yada, yada, yada. Anyway, and so this is where you want to get this type of information, guys. My next door neighbor's cousin is a DOT officer, now retired. We all know that guy. I had a guy that used to work for me, was in enforcement. I had another guy that was a safety consultant to us, was also, a DOT officer. I got an uncle that's now retired. So we all have those people that we can go to for guidance. But in the end, anytime you need to battle a ticket in court or you've been pulled over and a cop is questioning you, these are the types of regulations you need to know. This is where you need to get them. Anyway, so they are calling it the ELDT, and you're going to have to excuse me through the video because I'm going to mispronounce it. For some reason, it just does not roll off the tongue of the tip of your tongue. So it's entry-level driver training. And so, let's just read through the whole thing and we'll kind of go over it. About ELDT regulations. FMCSA's entry-level driver training regulations are the set baseline for training requirements for every entry-level drivers.